What up, traders? What up, traders? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Hump day. It is hump day. All right, do my little prep work. Get logged in to TD Ameritrade. I can hear the bell. Or think or swim. Get my headphones right. Way too many ads. The ad caught me. Alright, so looking at the economic outlook calendar for today, we don't have a whole lot going on today. So far, just the crude oil inventories. And make sure we don't have any Fed news. Because sometimes they'll schedule some Federal Reserve activity at the last minute. So even though I usually post my I update this calendar like on Sunday night, worst case scenario early Monday morning, but sometimes throughout the week we may have some last minute economic news, but today we just only have this crude oil inventories as far as significant events that could move the market. All right, and let's look at the pre-market insight before we head over there. Alright, so on TradingView, this is mine, right? Yeah. On TradingView, I posted the last night. I posted the power range with the fib extensions, and I'm just gonna hit this play button. Let's see how that worked out overnight. And you can see we're just bouncing around with trading neutral this morning, which leads perfect segue into the pre-market insight, or the what I post every morning on Twitter, the power range. I guess it's a futures NQ power range report. I don't really have an official name for it, but yeah. All right, so the NQ weather report today, we got a high of 10,739.5 and a low of 10,697.75. All right, and as we can see from the chart, we were trading neutral, but from the open, actually from the close of yesterday, we gapped up, and we have we gapped up. Right now, at the time that I posted this, we were up 0.69%. Relatively speaking, the volume is pretty high for for this time. That was at 8:30 when I posted this. So 120K for NQ is pretty significant. And the ATR is growing from yesterday. I think yesterday it was like 247 or something like that. Now it's 249. So volatility is increasing, at least for now. It is earnings season, so we do have some earnings coming out. And also this morning that has things moving was vaccine talks. Let me see if I can find the report. I saw it on my phone earlier. I didn't. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Moderna. They put out some news this morning, or they had some news overnight about the vaccine that they're working on. So, they rose 16% overnight with that news. And also, let's see what we got going on in the news. Goldman Sachs had a good overnight. Apple, Tesla, of course, still rocking, and a couple other things. Let's see, we got United Health, Walt Disney, PVH, Delta. Delta's been in the news. They had some positive overnight. It rose 6.5%, but Delta has been in the news for not so good reasons. Shout out to Trapper, Wall Street Trapper. He broke it down on his last Trapping Tuesdays. If you want to go check that video out, he really broke it down about Delta. Why it was it's bad news because they about the $3 billion, and they had to lay off a lot of employees. But he broke down why it wasn't what he broke down some positive out of that. So I don't follow the fundamental side of it, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know that game really well. But that is something that's moving the markets this morning. And also, I think it was in the news yesterday too. So, all right. So let's get some music going while we wait for the bell. Got a little something different this morning. A little something different. Switching over to Sierra. Just vibe to my tunes for a minute. Look a little choppy this morning. Yesterday it was pretty rough. I managed to I only took one trade yesterday, and I managed to pull 10 ticks out of a quick move, and I missed the move that I really wanted. Let's see if I can find it. How I wish. Technically, it didn't set up the way that fits my strategy, or it didn't give me the perfect signal, so I wasn't really paying close attention to it when it happened. But if I could have caught this move right here, I wouldn't even showed up today. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, so the move I caught this little pullback right there. So it traded back, and then it gave me. I had the direction right. I felt like it was. We were gonna the bulls that came in at the open. I felt like we were gonna just trade up back to this area of resistance, and then we were gonna have this kind of sell off. I just had the timing wrong, and basically what happened is I got triggered in somewhere in here ish, and traded down. My break even got triggered, and I got stopped out for a break even, which my stop was up here, so wasn't a bad trade. It's just the timing was off. It'd be like that sometimes. And for me, like, I wasn't really thinking about it yesterday, but it is earnings season. We got a lot of earnings coming out, so this kind of trading is typical for when we have, as far as NQ is concerned, this kind of price action is typical. From what I've seen since I've been trading during earnings season, we have a lot of the morning where we just chop around and we don't really take any specific direction. Like one day, maybe out of the the entirety of the season, the earnings season, we will may have a trending day, but for the most part, from personal experience, earnings seasons are usually kind of slow for me. Alright, so 2 minutes before the bell. Alright, so morning routines. Alright, so I think just for trading and just having a productive life in general, what you do in the morning sets the precedent for what you for how the rest of your day is gonna go, right? So when I'm less productive is mornings where I don't really, I may get up, and when I wake up, I jump straight on my phone and start scrolling Facebook, Instagram, just playing around, not doing anything productive. What's going on, Forex? I have played with spreadsheets before in Sierra Chart. I've done some, like, I usually, when I do that kind of stuff, I use an indicator. It's not an indicator. I use the alerts by condition. That's still the route I usually go with if I'm doing anything like that. But I have used spreadsheet, but I prefer the study, the alert by condition study. What's going on, Origin? How you doing? Appreciate the love on the beat. There we go. Let this first 3 minutes play off. Now play out. Alright, yeah, so back to the morning routine. When I get up and I do something, let's say, if I want to, be productive throughout my day, the thing that I found to be more helpful for me is, one thing I like to do is I like to journal. In the morning, I write down what I want to get accomplished for the day. Any thoughts that I have on my mind, that really helps me out, like, creatively. When I get up and I start and I write some stuff down, whatever is on my mind and how I'm feeling, and I do I make sure I'm in the right emotional space, and I just like to start the morning off positive, so I write down some notes, or what's the word I'm looking for? It's like jot down how I'm feeling, but I try to keep it positive to put me in the right, get some positive energy flowing. And then I'll follow that up and I'll write down, what I want to do today and what I want to, anything that comes to mind of what I want to get done. And if there's something, that's I'm just, thinking about a lot, that would have helped me to get all of those thoughts out of my mind. Writing helps with that too. Some other things that I like to do in the morning, to get my day started right is, I like to exercise. So if I can find time in the morning, usually I've always been sort of a night owl. So I usually don't go to sleep, super early. But at the same time, I wake up kind of early. So, but I don't need a lot of sleep. Like my sweet spot is like 5 to 6 hours. The company Lilu, what is that? Actually, I plan on making a video. Now that was going to take a little bit more time for me to put that one out on Spreadsheet. And the missus is saying good morning to all the traders. But yeah, eventually I am going to put a video out about Spreadsheet and the study that I use for automated trading. But it's a deep topic, or there's a lot that you can. It's gonna take me a while to put that one out, to put everything together. Right. Like trading period is not easy, but it is simple. It's simple, but it's hard because of the emotional side of it, and just the personal development side of it. At least for me, anyway, because the part that I struggled with was the psychological part of it. Lilu Trade, I'm gonna have to check that out. I like to be up on everything. Appreciate you sharing that. Alright, so we just chopping around right now. I definitely don't want to be trading in all of this mess right here. This is not the kind of price action that I like to mess with. I'm about to mess up. Gotta have this on. Possible breakout play coming. Let me look to we got a lot of areas to bounce off of down here. One day I'm gonna actually take a live trade during this live stream. I think this is at number 4, and I still haven't It's just been a lot of watching. The market just don't want to participate with me and my live stream. It's like yesterday I only got one trade, one quick little scalp. The good thing though is I didn't, lose any money yesterday. I definitely could have lost some money yesterday. It was the price, the volatility was so, it was so wild. It was easy to lose money yesterday, but I managed to walk away in the green. This is why I didn't push it yet. That's why I took my those 10 ticks and I didn't even try to force it. Yeah, that's how I used to always just wait for the 15-minute. But what I found is, for me, the way that I see the market now, there are opportunities sometimes that I've been able to notice before that 15 minutes. So that's why I changed it. But when I started, I definitely waited the first 15. When I started, I waited the first 30 minutes. I waited for all that noise to clear out, and then I'll place trades. Another morning routine tip that I like, when I have time to do it. Well, time is relative, but I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But yoga and meditating. Everybody talks about meditating, but yoga gets slept on a lot. Which is, yoga has kind of picked up in popularity lately, but still, for some reason people don't give yoga the respect that it deserves. So but yoga is a great way that I found to start the day off, and it'll help me either doing yoga or just meditating. It'll help me see the market better. It'll put me in the right frame of mind, so I can energetically flow with the market or whatever I'm doing. If I'm working on personal business, or even just spending time with the family, brings the stress levels down, and there's a lot of benefits to yoga. But in terms of trading, that has helped me a lot. I'm not trading anxiously and getting caught in FOMO plays and making a whole lot of mistakes. I know a lot of traders. I listen to a lot of podcasts. One of my favorite is Confessions of a Market Maker. I love that one. But they talk about meditating before they start trading as well. The guests they bring on, I've heard it from a lot of traders that they like to meditate before they trade. This candle here, there was an opportunity, but I don't like the volatility, so I'm staying out. Yep. it took me a while to be able to notice when a technical setup was not necessarily a good trade. Like before, I would have taken that trade right there just because the setup came without paying attention to all of this. And like when I started, I definitely had tunnel vision, and I would just focus on what's going on right now, and I would forget about everything that happened before. A lot of times I would end up on the wrong side of a trade. Bulls, what we doing? What we doing, Bulls? And this could be a rubber band move. Rubber band man. I've heard it called rubber band. I've heard it called a lot of things, but this could be like a little. Let's see how far this price action right here can take us. Honestly, I don't think it's going to turn into much, but we'll see. Yeah, right here, right there, that resistance. So I can get this out the way. Which leads me to another thought, something I've been noticing a lot, just from the things that I watch. The importance of screen time. I notice a lot of people that's just getting into investing or trading. They spend a lot of time. Actually, they waste a lot of time looking for the shortcut, and they don't respect like screen time, like actually getting experience. And I've heard from all the best traders that it takes time to get, how long it takes for you to get into your flow and really get see whatever it is that you need to see so you can take advantage of your corner of the market. How long it takes for that process to happen, it varies person to person or trader to trader. However, you have to get that experience. You can't shortcut that experience. I can give you the best strategy, in the world. I can tell you what to trade and when to trade it and where to get in and where to get out. However, what happens when I go away? What happens if I decide that I don't want to do this anymore? Or what happens if, something, the worst case scenario happens, and I can no longer give you that advice. Now you're stuck. So you have to, when you're starting out, you have to understand that it's a process. Whatever it is that you're trading, whether you're trading stocks, you're going options, forex, futures, it doesn't matter. You got to get that screen time in. You can't shortcut that process. And if you try to shortcut it, many traders, have taken huge losses because they tried to shortcut that process and they didn't respect the market, appropriately, so that they can mitigate. The only reason that I'm able to trade today is because I mitigated my risk and I understood that it was going to take a while for me to, really get in for me to really make this thing consistently, for me to really um, take consistent profits from the market or trade consistently well. So, like the only reason, and shout out to Real Life Trading for because Jeremy knew something. The way he teaches, it taught me the importance of risk management and not trading or not risking too much, and actually having, whether you have a hard stop loss or a mental stop loss, it's important to make sure, especially in the beginning, that you're not risking too much or that you're not taking huge losses on a single trade, because you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. I don't think I've heard any trader or investor, including Warren Buffett, right, the most famous or popular, most well-known investor of our time. None of them has said that they just came in and they just took off from the gate, that they never made a mistake, that they didn't go through their rough patches. They all went through rough patches. Everybody went through rough patches. So you can't skip that process. And if you try to skip that process, what I've seen is it's gonna bite you in the end. So I try to tell traders to try to learn it. It's cool to see what other people are doing, but try to get to the why of what you're doing, of what they're doing, and how that relates to how you see the markets. Because it always goes back to you. Quick little rant on that. Could take this, but I still don't like it. But if I did take this, it would be for a scalp. But I'm trying to avoid all of this volatility. Scalp City. Looking at this price action, today might be a no trade day. Oh no, that didn't help. Change the perspective a little bit. when this live stream is over, when I'm done trading this morning, I'm gonna look into this. See what this is all about. If you got a strong range strategy, this is a good data. I've seen people who like to trade market profiles. Yeah, I never really favored market profiles, but I see people who trade with that. They usually take advantage of, these are like their best kind of days when the market is range bound like this. And I'm the kind of trader that likes to try out different things. I try out everything, but I stick to my one main strategy. But if I see something new, I'll test it out and see how it works for me. That's how I put together my strategy. And my music stopped. So that's how I pieced together that's how I built my strategy. And by the way, that's what MV3 Trader is all about anyway. It's about showing you or helping traders understand the process of putting together a strategy. It's about strategy development. It's about architecting a strategy that works for you, that works best for you, right? So at the center of all of that is you. So the way that I approach it is I'm open. I let the universe guide me into different, kind of information or different ways that, people like to trade or different indicators or whatever. And I'll test those things out, and then I'll pull different pieces from here and there of what I like to do or what looks good to me and what works for me. And then I put all of that together in my own little special package. There was a lot of bounces in here that I could have taken advantage of if I was trading really aggressive, because there's a lot of areas of support, previous resistance that are likely for the price to bounce at. But for me, that would be scalping, and that's not what I'm looking for today. That's not the plan that I had coming into today's market, so I'm not going to step outside of my plan. definitely wanna make sure that we make a plan and we stick to that plan and we don't deviate away from that plan. Another tip that a lot of successful traders, tell everybody, but for some reason, many traders don't want to follow it, including myself. I think I'm not sitting here acting like I'm the perfect trader or anything, that I never made these mistakes. I definitely made those mistakes where in my early stages, where I saw something completely outside of my where I thought I saw something completely outside of my original plan, and I took it and it slapped me right in the face. Like the market said, no, that's not what you're gonna do. The market took, instead of me taking money from the market took, all of my little money. So, certain things that I had to learn the hard way. Unlike the risk management part of it, I did take that advice and that helped me, keep trading for as long as I've been trading. However, there's other things that I didn't, other pieces of advice that I didn't listen to, and it never really worked out for me when I didn't listen to that advice. The good stuff. There's a lot of bad advice out there too. So. Usually advice, the way that I look at it, advice that's biased, i.e. Day trading is not successful over a long period of time. I mean, I don't know how people can still believe that with all of the proof that's out there that people are making a consistent career-like living on day trading and day trading alone. So it's just people get these certain ideas in their head, and they just stick to their bias and they don't want to listen to anything. They don't accept the facts that whatever they thought whatever they believed may not necessarily be true. It's just what they're really saying is they couldn't figure out day trading. And I've heard you don't hear it so much in terms of investing, but I've heard it in mostly I heard negativity about investing from real estate people who are deep in real estate. That's one area that me and Grant Cardone don't agree on. It's not like I know him personally or anything. Just he always talks about his thing is real estate, and he talks about the stock market as being this unsafe place to invest your money because of crashes and all that good stuff. But the only reason that he sees it that way is because he didn't take the same time and effort that he put into understanding real estate. He didn't do that for the stock market, and to understand that there's a lot of money to be made in crashes. Actually, I put that on. I made a post on. I think I only did it on IG. That Facebook too. I also put on my Facebook page that the intelligent or the best traders get excited when the market crashes, because a lot of people have created a lot of wealth during crashes. In 2018, I made a lot of money during that crash, that micro crash. And this one I missed because, I do have a job, and they decided to change things up because of this whole coronavirus thing. And so I couldn't trade during that time, so I missed that one. But 2018, I did take advantage of that one. So it is 10 o'clock, and I'm about to go ahead and get on up out of here. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Hope your trades go well. Make sure you stick to your plan. Don't deviate away from your plan. And I will holler at y'all later. Deuces.